Hey, this is Anthony, the nerd who built that video store in my basement. Wanted to give you kind of a quick behind the scenes walkthrough on kind of how I built it, and hope you enjoy. So we never had basements where we lived on the West Coast, and when we moved to the East Coast, we had a blank canvas in which to paint. So right now it's on ambient kind of mood lighting, kind of mellow style. But initially this whole basement was blonde carpet and tan walls and white ceiling. So it's certainly come a long way. So most everything in this basement I acquired from thrift shops, Goodwill, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay. I mean, the list goes on. This employee counter, for example, I'll even pop the light on for better visibility. We scored that on Facebook Marketplace. It was the heaviest thing we probably ever moved, and it's a two-piece deal. At one point at 1 in the morning, we were moving it from the driveway across the lawn, and we couldn't move it any further, and we thought it was just gonna live on the front lawn. But we managed to get it in, we cleaned it up and restored it, and it looks pretty all right, if I may say so myself. So this is Mondo Video, main floor. This is Mondo Kiddeo, which is really kind of an excuse for me to relive all my old interests while simultaneously introducing my kids to it. Of course, we got Pee-wee's Big Adventure there. And this is the little theater that could. Big Kindergarten Cop fan. Who isn't? And I had to kind of sneak that video store vibe into the theater. It's all about that connective tissue. And usually we don't have runners here, but we've got an elderly dog who now is the video store mascot. And whenever friends come over, we'll drag that out. It's a couple seats we can kind of nerd out and watch some trash. So yeah, basically the video store has every genre you can imagine. I try to rotate this out, as you can see, every month. Sometimes I will dedicate a month to an artist like, Cynthia Rothrock or whomever, and then celebrate their work. And since everybody's been clamoring to get into the adults only section, might as well finally go beyond these doors and blow right past into the home gym. We got a little better lighting here. So we got the martial arts section, sports, wrestling, workout. I mean, we got some of the cheesiest of cheesy workout tapes. God bless them. They're all fantastic, and we celebrate them here. Little skate or die section and surf and turf. Cool thing is we can, these lights are interchangeable in terms of like color mode. So we just like boom, boom, boom for vibe. Boom, boom, boom for vibe. You get the idea. So this project damn near killed me. I started in 2018 and kind of kept it going. I didn't know it was gonna snake into the kitchen, but it did. I guess the kitchenette is what they call it. I'm gonna pop the light on for better visibility. Sorry for that one graphic cover art. Yeah, so this is culinary horror section, and it has every horror imaginable that you can think of that has to do with food. You got cannibalism, zombies, which is of course the meat eaters, carnivore diet, vampires, which is the liquid diet. You got the GMO Children of the Corn type movies. I mean, the list goes on. You got comfort food over here. Of course, you've got your meatballs, Lunch Wagon, Hamburger the Motion Picture, your stoner films, which inevitably lead to food. I mean, you can imagine how excited I was when I'm like, oh, nuts. Yeah, that's food. That works. So, as you can see, It's a bit of a silly project, but I had a good time doing it. There's still a lot of work left to do. I'm gonna wrap that fridge in red and go some more neon because there's never enough neon. So unsolicited advice for anybody who's interested in doing their own home video store. And I've gotten a lot of comments where people are either in the midst or wanting to do it. And I guess my advice would be, you know, whether you're trying to do a Blockbuster type store or a mom and pop type store, like ask yourself what moves you, you know, not to be cheesy, but really like what's part of your identity? What is fun to you? And for me, it was the ska checkered flooring. I knew I wanted that, which inevitably led to our mascot, who's rocking a Pee Wee Herman inspired Vespa scooter. And she's got her Thor helmet from Adventures in Babysitting. I mean, the funny thing is the actress Maya Bruton in Adventures in Babysitting, who was also in Parker Lewis Can't Lose, their parents in the show owned a video store called Mondo Video. And I loved that show growing up. And, you know, little things like the local mom and pop shop had saloon doors. So I wanted that. A lot of people were like, oh, it's not legit. It's not beads. It's like, well, that's cool. We had saloon doors, you know. And I wanted to have that kind of Disney Imagineer artistic detail. Like I knew it was going to be rough and dirty. So I distressed these bricks, which is one of the harder things I've done next to laying this floor. So I have much respect for anybody who does flooring and who doesn't love secret doors. The list goes on and on and on. So just ask yourself, what would my dream video store be? And then wrap yourself in whatever is super fun for you. And it'll be your unique video store. And, you know, that's priceless. Thanks for all the killer feedback. I really appreciate it. Talk to you soon.